Okay, so we were saying uncountable, meat, fish, chicken, beef, pork, and you learned lamb, barbacoa, cordero, lamb, okay? Any other uncountable? What else is uncountable?
Drinks.
Please? Yes, drinks. Give me one example of drinks. For example, here I have what?
Beer.
No, I have coffee. But yes, beer is uncountable. Coffee, beer, water, juice,
Milk.
milk. Yes, we put those things in containers and we say 1 liter or 1 cup or 1 jar, but they are uncountable, okay? Now, let's go with countable, please. Give me examples of countable food. Any examples of countable? When you can count. What can you count? Hi there, everyone, please. You need to tell me examples of countable food. Jose Luis, good morning. Any countable food that you can tell me? One example of countable.
Mm,
Apple. Banana.
orange.
Yes, oranges, bananas. Yes. What else can you count? Jesus, what else can you count? Jesus, are you there?
Okay.
What else can you count? If you count countable, what else? Apples, oranges, bananas. One example, one thing that you can count. You can check your book. Can you count candies? Yes. Besides fruit, you can count, I'm thinking, can you count cookies? Etc. So when you have something that is a full piece, you can count them. And then you had vocabulary. Vocabulary about containers that we haven't checked, right? This vocabulary, it's in lesson 2. On lesson 2, we didn't check the vocabulary about containers, but there you go, okay? So please tell me if you have any questions about this vocabulary. We have pictures and here you are. There you go with the answers. A bowl, okay? Where is the bowl? Is letter F. Bowl is like a dish, okay? You can have a bowl of cereal, a bowl of soup, a bowl of cream, okay? Vegetables, Then a cup, this is a cup. I have a cup of coffee, okay? And there you can see a cup. What do you think is that? Which drink? What do you see in this cup? Hello? Rosa Isela, what do you see in this cup? What do you think that it's in this cup? Which
A
drink?
coffee, no?
A cup.
Milk,
Milk,
coffee,
Milk,
okay,
chocolate.
or probably a hot chocolate. It could be
Chocolate.
probably a hot chocolate. Okay. Then we have a glass, and a glass can be letter E. I don't see letter E. Do you see letter E?
Pasta, no?
Ah, yes, yes, it's this letter E. What does it contain? What is the drink?
Juice.
Orange, please.
Juice.
Correct. Orange
Orange.
juice. The pronunciation juice. We don't
Juice.
pronounce I, just juice.
Juice.
Mhm. A glass can be also like wine. Let me show you. I'm gonna draw it. Mm, so a glass can be something like this. Yes. And here you have wine. Una copa de vino. That's also a glass. Okay. A glass can be a glass of wine and could be a glass of juice. Then you have a jar. And jar is more like American, this English metric system. Probably you're engineers, you know it better than me. But a jar, it's like a container. Un frasco de mermelada, un frasco de miel, un frasco. Okay, that is a jar.
Yes.
Then you have a can. What can you see in the can? What do you think is that?
una lata,
Yes, but what does it contain? What food? It contains beans. We eat a lot of canned beans. Beans, do you understand beans? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then we have a mug. And what is the difference between the mug and the cup? The cup is small, and a mug could be bigger. I don't think in Mexico we make a distinction. For us, there is always like una taza puede ser la pequeñita o la grande, pero una taza siempre es más pequeña que un mug. A mug is big. Donde toman café las abuelitas, tienen su jarrito o es más grande, that will be a mug. Okay. Also, have you seen a mug of beer? También puede ser un tarro, como el tarro de cerveza, eso se llama mug, okay? Then you have a bottle. I don't think there's a problem. What do you have in this bottle?
Water.
Which, yes, drink water. Then you have a bag, and a bag can be a bag of, where's this letter C? Ah, yes. The bag can be a bag of soup, can be a bag of pasta, can be a bag of rice, can be a bag of anything. Finally, you have carton. A carton is always like this Tetra Pak. That will be a carton. It could be of juice. In this case, you have milk. And a package like cookies. A package of, what else? It's in a package. ¿Qué más viene empaquetado? Give me more examples.
Cereal.
Cereal, but cereal brings in a box. El cereal viene como en una caja, ¿no?
Sí.
Okay. But yeah, sometimes it comes in a package. All right, so that is vocabulary that we learned in this lesson for containers. Any questions about that vocabulary?
No.
Okay, then let's continue. And now we're going to have the review. For activity number 1, we have food. And you need to read the clues and complete with food words. Which food is that? So let's start with Brian. Which Brian are you? Brian Aguirre? Brian. Okay. Please, number 1, it's example.
It's green, it's a fruit, and it starts with an apple.
And it starts with the letter A.
Oh, ¿cuál?
Yes.
Perdón.
Now, number 2, read number 2, please.
It's a
Brian.
drink, and it starts with
What is that? It's a drink, and it starts with the letter M.
milk.
Very good. Milk. Okay. That sound is a short sound. Remember that we have short and long E. So it's a short E. It's not E. Milk. No. Milk. Repeat. Milk. Please repeat.
Milk.
Yes. Short. Very short. Continue, Christian, please. Number 3.
It's a vegetables and it start with potatoes.
E. O. Yes. And here, Christian, please repeat. Vegetable. Vegetable.
Vegetable.
Vegetable. Yes. Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Repeat potatoes. Thank you. Continue, please. Itzel, number 4.
It's a fruit. It's yellow and it starts with banana.
Yes. It starts with B. So,
B?
banana.
Banana.
Mhm. Banana. And here, pronunciation of Y, it's soft. So we say yellow. Repeat, please, Itzel. Yellow.
It's yellow.
Yellow. Yeah. It's soft. No es fuerte como llanta, yellow. No. Yellow. Number 5, Rosicela, please. Rosicela.
They is with and they start with no
With
sé.
S.
Strawberry.
Yes, very good. So we have straw. We pronounce O. Straw.
Straw.
Berries.
Berries.
Strawberries. And this is a word that you pronounce sweet. Sweet. This sounds like U and double E sounds like E. Sweet. Please
With
repeat. Sweet. Do you understand sweet? You have something that has salt, that is salty, like crackers and like chips, sabritas, lace, potatoes, that is salty. The opposite is sweet, candies, ice cream, hot cakes, pancakes, that is sweet, honey. Okay, and finally, number 6, please, Brenda.
Cheese is it usually yellow. It has 6 letters and it starts with cheese. Cheeses.
C-H. It starts with C-H. Correct.
H.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese. Yes,
Cheese.
cheese. Any questions about this?
No.
No. Okay, now you're gonna tell me if it's countable or uncountable. An apple.
Countable.
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 Correct.
Countable.
Milk.
uncountable.
Countable.
Uncountable.
Potatoes.
Countable.
Potatoes.
Countable.
Countable.
Bananas or bananas.
Bananas.
Countable. Strawberries.
Countable.
Strawberries.
cheese,
Cheese. Cheese.
countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Uncountable because you have a piece of cheese. Very good. Okay, let's continue. That is activity number 1, vocabulary. For activity number 2, you need to here write countable, uncountable nouns. An, some, or any. Look at the two bridges on page 48 and 49 and complete the sentences so that they are true. Use a, an, some, and any. So here you need page 48 and 49. Page 48 and 49. Here we have two bridges, okay? Can you see them?
Okay.
Yes. So if you have your book, please open your book on page 48, 49, and there you go. Now let's check your answers with according to the pictures. Please, who's there? Jesus, number 2.
There are some tomatoes
Tomatoes.
in Liz and my fridge. No hay.
Creo que no. No veo. Can you see some tomatoes?
Tomato.
Here,
No, no.
on fridge B. On fridge B.
Sí.
No, I don't see tomatoes. So, if it is negative, what do you
Aren't.
use? There aren't, correct?
Are some?
Some is affirmative and negative. Ningún, ninguno,
Any.
any, correct. There aren't any tomatoes in Liz and my fridge. Yes, there aren't any because it's negative.
Sí.
Vamos a utilizar there isn't, there aren't, que es negativo, and
Okay.
any. Okay.
Sí.
Thank you, Jesus. Please, Rosa Isela, number 3.
There is broccoli in beans fried.
Yes, you can use, what do you use, some or a? Or an? Yes, there is a broccoli because you can see only one broccoli. Good. And number 4, please, Itzel.
There is a fruit juice in Liz and Mike's fridge.
Yes, I think there is fruit juice. Now, countable or uncountable? Juice is a drink.
Uncountable.
Uncountable. So we are going to use there is some.
No.
Okay, there is some fruit juice in Liz and Mike's fridge. Utilizamos there is because it's uncountable and we use some, algo, un poco de, okay, some. Then number 5, please, Brian.
There peppers in beans fridge. Sería
A or some?
some.
Yes, there
is some.
there is for singular.
Are.
Plural? Yes, there are. Plural, there are some. Plural, there are. Singular, only one, there is. Or uncountable, there is. And number 6, please, Jose Luis. Jose Luis. Yeah.
There is an orange in Liz and Mike's fridge.
I cannot see that. Yes, is there an orange?
Pero no hay,
There
¿verdad?
is an
No, I don't see any orange.
Pues dicen.
There isn't negative.
yeah.
Isn't
So
any.
negative, there isn't. If you use negative, any.
Any.
There isn't any orange
Orange is.
in Liz and Mike's fridge.
I
Okay?
Mike.
Negative,
Okay.
any. Affirmative, you can use a if it is countable singular, or you can use some for plural or some for uncountable. Okay? So let's write it here. You use
Is
a for singular, and you use some for plural,
some
and you use some for uncountable. Singular, it could be a or it could be
Negative.
an.
Is.
Singular is or
Is.
singular countable.
Negative.
And when do you use any? Any is for negative or
Question.
for questions. Okay, you need to remember
Okay.
that. Let's continue. That is lesson 1. Then you have write 4 questions about the things in the fridges. For example, is there any yogurt in Liz and Mike's fridge? Can you see if is there any yogurt? I will say yes. It looks like yogurt. If you say yes,
No.
no,
Okay.
¿qué utilizarían? No, there
No,
isn't or there aren't.
There,
no isn't.
There are.
there isn't.
There.
Yogurt.
There.
¿Qué
Singular.
utilizan para yogurt? Correct. Singular because it's uncountable. There
There.
isn't. Si el yogur, el agua, el jugo, el café no es contable, vamos a utilizar
Ahí.
is. There isn't
Is.
any yogurt. Okay. Now, any other question now for Vinny's? Is Vinny's? Yes, I think it's Vinny's fridge. The fridge A in Vinny's fridge. Let's ask about meat. Do you see meat? Meat. ¿Ven carne? ¿Algún tipo de carne?
No.
No. So what is the question? First the question. We're going to ask for meat.
Is there?
Is there
Is there
an or any or some
Any?
any
any
fridge? And what would be the answer?
No. No, there isn't.
No.
Correct. No, there isn't. That will be the short answer. Now, you make one question for Mike's and you make one question for Mike's and Liz and another one for Venus. Voy a pasar lista en lo que ustedes hacen. Una pregunta para Mike's and Liz and Venus. Okay, 1 and 1. One for each fridge. Brian César,
Present.
Ricardo Barbosa, José Cristian,
Present.
Rosa Isela, Jesús Antonio,
Here.
José Luis,
Present.
Brian Saúl, Giovanni, María Fernanda, Brenda,
Present.
Martín, Juan José, Torres Isel. Isel Torres.
Present.
Did you finish your question?
Yes.
Okay, so please tell me one question.
Is there any milk
Ajá.
in Liz and Make's fridge?
And my plate. Fridge. Yes. And what is the answer?
Yes. Yes, there is.
There is. Excellent. Thank you. Any other question? Who has question for Vinny? Do you have
Is
any
there?
questions for Vinny? Okay. Is
Is there some water
some water?
in Liz and Mike's fridge? Sería yes, there is.
We can see bottles, right? Can you see the bottles? We can say, sí, hay varias botellas, algunas botellas. ¿Cómo dirían eso? Plural,
There's some.
there are some bottles. Yes? We can answer about the bottles. Okay, thank you so much. Any other volunteer to check if your question is correct? Podemos ver si sus preguntas son correctas. ¿Alguien más? Brenda, what do you have? Yes.
Is there any quiz and list?
Luis
And Mickey,
and Mike's.
my guess. And yes,
Fridge. We need fridge.
fresh.
Fridge. Okay, repeat please,
Fridge.
Brenda. Is there
Is there quiz? Any? Is there any?
We ask
Is there
any for questions. Juice.
juice
In list and
in
Mike's.
Liz and
Mike's.
Mike's
Fridge.
fridge?
Fridge. Remember
Fridge.
that in English, we don't pronounce the E at the end. This E is mute. It doesn't sound fridge. The same with
Fridge.
Mike. It
Mike.
doesn't sound Mike. We don't pronounce that E. It's mute. It's silent. Thank you.
Mike.
And one more example, please. Isel, Rosa
Jessy.
Isela, Jesús, José Luis.
Teacher.
Yes.
La pregunta de arriba no debe empezar con are there.
Yes, if we ask, are there any bottles? Si preguntamos que si hay botellas.
Ajá.
Pero acá la pregunta es, ¿hay agua? Si solo decimos agua, is there. Y acá también podríamos poner any, ¿ok? Porque es pregunta, pero some también puede ser válido para pregunta. Y contestamos que sí hay varias botellas. Botellas, entonces es plural, por eso dijimos there are. Pero la pregunta nada más era si hay agua.
Ok.
Y si hay agua, entonces ese es singular.
Gracias.
You're welcome. And one more example, please, guys, to see if your questions are correct.
Teacher, is there any ice cream?
Yeah.
in Mike's and Liz.
Mhm. Yes,
Friday.
fridge.
Bridge.
Fridge. Fridge.
Is there
Fridge.
any ice cream?
Fridge.
Yes.
Yes. No,
No.
I don't see any.
No.
No,
No.
there.
There.
Negative.
Isn't.
Is.
Isn't.
Is.
Correct.
Isn't.
Observe also that if we ask here, is there any ice cream? Singular. In a short answer, si hacemos una respuesta corta, vamos a repetir, is there? No, there isn't. O yes, there is. Y utilizamos lo mismo. ¿Ok? Lo mismo acá en esta, si me preguntan, is there some water in Liz and my fridge? We can say, yes, there is. Y así lo dejamos, chiquito. Yes, there is, porque utilizamos is there. Okay? Now, may I continue? Any questions?
No.
No. Now you have to write 11 words for containers. Okay. Which words do you see? Which words did you find? Vamos a escribirlas acá. 11 words. Number 1. Number 1 is a
Cup.
cup. Yes, cup. Number 2,
Package.
package.
Packet.
Package. Number 3,
Back. Cartoon.
bag.
Bag.
And then you have a cart.
Yes.
Bag.
Then
Or
bottle. Correct. Then
Glass.
There.
observe. We pronounce jar.
jar.
Jar. Correct. Then
Oh,
bowl. Yes. Then
A mug.
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 Mug. Yes. Then
Glass.
a
Glass.
glass. Good. And finally, you have 2 more. A can and a
Box.
box. Any questions? Is the vocabulary pronunciation? Do you understand? This jar, we pronounce jar. Mug. Mug.
Jar. Mug.
Mhm.
Mug. Mug.
Yeah. And this one is a cup, not a cup. Cup.
Cup.
Cup.
Cup.
Yes.
Cup.
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 Now let's go back to your book, and it says work in pairs and take turns. Student A starts a phrase with a container. Student B complete the phrase with the correct item. A cup of coffee. So we can say that it's a cup of,
Coffee.
yes, a cup of coffee. And then what else? Which other? A cup of coffee. A package of
Cookies.
cookies. Good. A bag of, a bag of,
Bagueses.
pueden comprar en bolsa.
Candies.
In English, a bag of candies.
Candies.
Thank you. Please, Rosa, continue.
a carton of cookies.
The carton, it's like the
milk.
trapac.
Ah, ya. Ajá. Sí,
Milk.
muy.
A carton of milk. Thank you. Please, Brian.
Bottle. Um, sorry.
A bottle of.
Water.
Okay, very good. A bottle of water. Please, Juan Jose. Jar.
Sería nhái, no, nhái ốm suối,
A jar of what?
Joyce.
suối, sí, eso,
The jar is frasco. ¿Un frasco de qué puede ser?
đấy,
¿De qué?
suối, đấy,
Ah, yes. But what contains? Which food does it contain? We can say a jar of honey. We a jar of jelly, de mermelada. A jar of, what else? Un frasco de, yes, jam. Es mermelada o jalea, jam. A jar of
Chocolate.
chocolate, okay.
sí.
So that could be like Nutella. That is a jar, okay. Jose Luis, a bowl.
A bowl of cereal.
Okay, any other example that's in the book? Bowl of,
Cereal, no?
that is correct. Can you give me another example?
Oh,
Can you eat a bowl of ramen? Ramen, like noodles, fideos? Yeah.
Pasta.
Yes. A bowl of soup? Yes. Okay, then we have mug. Please, Jesus.
A mug.
A
Mug.
mug of
Tea.
tea. Very good. A mug of tea. Yes. Next one, please. Itzel.
Es off, ¿no?
Ah, yes. Sorry. A mug of tea. Itzel.
A glass of water.
Water. Yes. A glass of water. ¿Quién me falta? Brian.
A can of
A can of.
chiles. Bueno, no sé cómo se diga.
Yes. Una lata de chiles. Chiles. Okay.
Chile.
And a box of. Itself. A box of.
A box of
What? What comes in a box? Give me examples, please. We said a box of cereal.
And cereal.
What? And they said another example. A box of pasta. A box of
cereal.
what? hamburger, pasta, etc. Okay, any questions about this vocabulary? Yes?
Yes.
No? Okay, let's continue.
Okay.
Then you have how much or how many for quantifiers. You need to write questions with how much or how many. You need to pay attention. What is the item? Chocolate, sisters, people. If they are countable, you're going to use much or many for countable. Hello? What do you use for
Countable.
countable?
Much.
Much. No,
Much.
many.
Oh, many.
Many.
How many?
How many countable? Uncountable, how much? So here we're going to write the questions. For question number 1, you already have number 1, that is example, and it is how much water do you drink every day? How much water do you drink every day? Question number 2, please, Martin. Chocolate.
How many?
Chocolate.
How chocolate?
How many? No, it's how many, no?
¿Qué dirías que es el chocolate? ¿Contable o incontable? Chocolate.
Incontable, ¿no? Bueno, por
Entonces,
piezas.
pero entonces sería piezas de chocolate. Si dices how many
How much?
pieces of chocolate, necesitas la palabra pieces para contarlas. Pero si tú no tienes la palabra piezas o barras de chocolate,
How
entonces
much?
utilizar cuánto chocolate. How much
How much
chocolate?
chocolate ate every week?
No, we need auxiliary. How much chocolate?
Yeah.
Auxiliary. Observe number 1, question number 1.
Do eat?
Do. Subject.
Do you eat?
Yes. Observe, please, Martin, that for a question, you need auxiliary, subject, and verb. If you don't have auxiliary, subject, verb, that is not a question, ¿ok? No puedes
Okay.
nada más decir it, eso no es una pregunta. Para hacer una pregunta necesitan auxiliar, siempre un sujeto y ya luego el verbo. How much chocolate do you eat? Complement?
Every week.
Every week. Thank you. Question number 3, please, Brenda.
How much do you
Primero es que, ¿cuál es la pregunta? Number 3, ¿sobre qué pregunta?
de sus
Tenemos hermanas.
tenemos
Ahí
hermanos?
hay una palabra en inglés. En inglés.
Sisters.
What is the question? Sisters. Countable or uncountable?
Countable.
Entonces, ¿qué utilizas?
Many.
Yes.
How many?
How many?
How many
Do you have?
do you
Pero no estamos preguntando qué. Observa que dices, how much water? How much chocolate? How
many sister?
Good. How many sisters?
How many sisters? Do you have?
Good. That is a question. How many sisters do you have?
Do you have?
Please, Itzel, number 4.
Teacher, what is your page? ¿Qué página es, pues? Y yo no.
Page 56. 56.
Thank you. people be there in your family?
We ask for, ¿sobre qué preguntamos? We ask for people.
People.
What is
Persona.
people? Yes. Countable or uncountable?
Countable?
Countable. So,
How many people
yes.
be there in your family?
Necesitamos usar el verbo to be. Ahí dice be porque es el verbo to be. Entonces,
Many.
¿cuál sería? Hay. ¿Cómo dices hay? En inglés, ¿cómo dicen hay? Lo acabamos de ver. ¿Hay algo en el refri? ¿Hay
Is there?
leche en el refri?
Or there is?
There is.
Ajá.
There.
There
is,
is or
there
there
is.
are. ¿Cuál sería en este caso? People. There is or there are?
There are?
There are, because it's plural. People is the plural of one person. And now, if you say how many, it's a question. For questions, we invert and we start. Are there? Continue.
In your family?
Very good. Okay. So that was Martin, Brenda, Itzel. Christian, number 5, please.
How much sugar in coffee?
How much sugar?
Have in your coffee?
And then we need auxiliary, subject, verb.
Do,
Auxiliary.
do you
Do you
do you have in your coffee?
have in your Good. Next one, Rosa Isela, please, number 6.
How much they drink every
Okay.
week?
Now remember, please, that you need auxiliary for one question. How much tea? Auxiliary subject verb. Observe the rest of the question.
Do you?
We have an auxiliary. What is the auxiliary? Do, you, and the verb? What is the verb?
Tomar
Drink.
Drink.
Do you drink? Complement?
every week.
Every week. Thank you. Number 7. Please, after Rosa Isela. Jose Luis. Jose Luis, you need to turn on your microphone.
How much salt? Like
Salt.
salt.
Oh, rooms. Rooms. 7.
Ah, how many?
Yes. How many
How many rooms?
rooms? Mm-hmm.
B.
Auxiliary, subject verb.
Do you?
No, it's like
Is
people in your family.
There are no.
There are is affirmative, and for question are there. Because
your
it's a question. In your house. How many rooms are there in your house? Finally, number 11, please, Brian.
Many salt are no how many salt do you like in your food?
How much?
Brian?
How much?
Yes. How much? Because
Sal.
it's sold. Uncountable. Sold.
Salt.
Pronounce sold.
Salt.
Yes. How much salt
Do you like your
do
food?
you like?
Do you like
Do you like in your food? How much salt do you like in your food? Please, what I've noticed is that you get confused. Chicos, ¿han estudiado? ¿Se han puesto a estudiar?
No.
Pero no se enoje, profa.
So please, that's what you need to remember. Aunque yo trabaje con ustedes en clase, ustedes tienen que recordarlo, ustedes tienen que estudiarlo y repasarlo, ¿ok? How much?
Okay.
Uncountable.
How much?
How many?
Uncountable.
Countable. Eso es lo que ustedes se tienen que aprender. Y por favor, pueden hacer sus tablitas, cuáles son countable, cuáles countable. Y acuérdense, how much? Uncountable. How many? Countable. Por eso aquí en people, personas, vamos a utilizar how many. Sisters, how many.
How many?
Tea es una bebida, uncountable, how much. Okay? So that is countable and uncountable. Good? So far so good?
Yes.
Hasta aquí? Okay.
Profesora,
Now, just finish. Yes?
ahorita que menciona esto, bueno, yo ya no vi, pero igual ahí en los de Kahoot y los que vio igual ahí por Classroom,
Ujú.
a veces lo ponían diferente porque how much lo ponían como para contar y how many para incontables.
No, nunca. How much siempre va a ser incontable.
Incontable.
Siempre va a ser how much, incontable, y how many para contable. Si lo cambiaron en algún material, mándame la captura, pero yo checo el material que les pongo y entonces estaría mal. Esto no varía. Cuando es contable, how many, y cuando es incontable, how much.
Ah, ok.
Entonces, si por ahí algo está mal, mándamelo para que lo quite, por favor.
Ah, bueno, sí.
Pero eso no va a variar, chicos. And just to finish, here we have how to order in a restaurant. And you are going to use some phrases to sound more polite. Van a utilizar frases para hacerlo más amable, polite. Okay. So what is the question that they can ask to order now? Llega el mesero y te dice, ya, ordena. No, ¿verdad? ¿Qué es lo que te puede poner? Eso está en su lección 3. Página 52. They tell you, ya, ordena. Ahora. No, ¿verdad? What is the question that they could ask?
Good evening.
Good evening. Eso es solo el saludo. Y para preguntarles si ya van a ordenar. Página 52.
Are you ready to order?
Very good. Are you ready to order? Are you ready to order? That is a good question. That sounds polite. Then you have W, the customer. Give me some pea soup. That is not polite. What is one phrase? Para ordenar, ¿cómo ordenar? Ah, quisiera esto, por favor.
Puede ser, could you bring me some soap?
Could you bring me some pea soup? Could you bring me some pea soup? En general, no somos tan amables. Simplemente decimos, I like. Me gustaría. Eso es para ordenar. I would like. Esta es la contracción. I would. Entonces lo ponemos I like. Me gustaría. I like some pea soup. Es algo muy común para ordenar. I like. O también puedes decir I have. Comeré some pea soup. Y eso es muy común para ordenar. Cualquiera de esas dos frases son lo que se utiliza. Then, do you want a main course? Si les ofrezco un platillo, el platillo principal. Para ofrecer, utilizamos nuevamente
Coach.
would you like. Le gustaría. Would you like a main course? Ok. Ese es un le gustaría. Yes. Para ofrecer y sonar amables, utilizamos would you like. Y para pedir y sonar amables, I would like. Aquí falta un espacio. Some. Ok. Then, yes, roast beef. ¿Y qué nos falta ahí? Las palabras mágicas.
Please.
Please.
Yes. Roast beef. Please. Muy bien. And vegetables. ¿Cómo puedes agregar algo más? Aquí mismo.
Podría ser un I recommend you.
Very
Me
good.
recomendaría.
I recommend some vegetables. Ujú. O una vez más, ¿cómo ofrecemos? Would you like some vegetables too?
¿Te gustaría algo de vegetales?
¿Te gustaría verduras también? ¿Con verduras? Ok. I recommend some vegetables. Would you like some vegetables too? Y ya lo mismo. Pueden agregar yes. I want peas and potatoes. ¿Y las palabras mágicas?
Please.
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 Mhm. Yes, please. I want some peas and potatoes. Do you want a drink? ¿Cómo ofrecemos?
Would.
Yes. ¿Cuál es la pregunta?
Agua. Would you like?
No, la pregunta.
Do you want a drink?
La pregunta es, do you want a drink? Pero es como, ¿quieres agua? Y este es un mesero que te va a ofrecer. ¿Le gustaría un poco de agua?
Will you want a
Would you
Like a drink. Vieron que para ofrecer vamos a usar lo mismo. Would you like? Y luego lo que ofrecemos. Okay. And finally, yes. You can say, I want some water, please. Oh, yes, please. Some water. Water. O lo pueden hacer súper corto. Water, please. Cualquiera de estas tres. Yes, I want some water, please. Yes, please, water. o simplemente
Water,
water.
please.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is for ordering for unidad 5. Student, there is and there are. Study, please, countable, uncountable. Study, how much, how many. You have material in classroom. Necesitan enviarme su libro contestado y escaneado para mañana viernes. Necesitan terminar su plataforma. Ya nada más quedan 5 ejercicios para mañana viernes. Y su examen es mañana viernes. Okay. Glad?
No.
No.
Mm,
Sure.